I know it may not seem like it, but I used to really struggle with self-confidence issues. And I know what some of you might be thinking.
Oh yeah, sure, Queenie. I'm sure you really struggle with self-confidence issues.
But it's actually true. And look, I'm not trying to throw myself a pity party, but I did want to share with you my own personal experiences from the past couple of years and how I've become more confident. So let's jump into it. So the first learning which helped me become more confident was the realization that if I'm not happy with where I am in life, I have the power to change that outcome. When I was a kid, I used to really struggle in school. I didn't have very good grades. I didn't have a lot of friends, and I just wasn't really happy with myself. Quite often I would pretend to be sick so I wouldn't have to go into school. One day I remember doing a speech in front of my whole class, and it was the worst speech ever. I really wasn't prepared. I wrote my speech down the night before, and there I was having to give this terrible speech in front of my entire class. And as I was up there and I was talking, I felt like everybody was just so bored. The whole time I just felt like I was boring everybody to tears. And after I was finished giving my speech, I just felt so bad that I had wasted everybody's time, and I was really embarrassed as well. So that really motivated me to really get my together and do a lot better the next time around. So the next time we had a speech as an assignment, I wanted to do really well in this speech to make up for the terrible speech that I did the previous time. So I started my speech a lot earlier. I tried harder and I practiced my speech so many times I could pretty much memorize the whole speech off by heart. And I felt so happy because I knew that I had put in the effort and it had really paid off. After this speech, I went from the bottom of my class to the top of my class. And I had that realization and that learning that if I wasn't happy with how I'm doing in life, and if I wasn't actually happy with myself, I could change my future with hard work and with practice. So after this experience, I tried to apply it to different areas of my life to see if I could also improve those areas. And speaking of changing someone's life for the better, if you hit the like button on this video, I would really appreciate it, and it will help change my life for the better. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. So the second thing which has helped me become more confident is being a kind and generous person. When I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends because I was pretty selfish. But after a little while, I started to try and be more kind and more generous with people around me. I started to notice that the people around me became a lot happier, and I myself also became a lot happier and more confident. And I started to get a lot more friends because of that. When I was a kid, my dad used to buy me the most amazing colored scented stationery, and I was absolutely obsessed with it. But for quite a while, I was pretty selfish, and I kind of just used to hoard all my stationery to myself, and I never used to let anybody borrow anything or be very generous with people around me. But then I started to share my stationery, and I started to give out all of my stationery to pretty much my whole class. And you know what? It actually made me feel so happy to see everybody using my stuff and getting so much joy from it. So if you want to make more friends and be happier in your life, I think that being kind and generous and giving to people around you will not only help them feel good, but it will also help you feel good as well. The third learning is that not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. Because you know what? You're not going to be everybody's favorite kind of ice cream. I'm not vanilla ice cream. I'm probably like a salted caramel with toffee and Tim Tams and chocolate chips. And you know what? That's not going to be everybody's favorite type of ice cream, but it's my favorite type of ice cream. And I'm working on myself, and I'm trying to be happy, and I'm trying to be a kind and generous person. So it shouldn't really bother me what other people think of me, especially if they're not giving me constructive criticism. They're just trying to bully me and bring me down. So I think it's so important for us to be able to separate those people that are trying to be constructive and help us and are kind to us, but also give us some areas that we could improve on. And then also those people that aren't being constructive and they're just trying to bring us down and call us names. Because buying into those people who are trying to bring us down isn't going to make us any happier. The fourth learning is that our skills and our abilities can change with more effort. Just like back when I was a little kid and I was practicing for my school speech, I went from being the bottom of the class to the top of the class just by putting in more effort. And I think that if we apply this kind of attitude to any problem that we're facing in the future, it can really help us grow our self-confidence Because even if we try something for the first time and we are absolutely terrible at it, it doesn't mean that we're going to be terrible at it forever. I believe that if we really try to improve our skills, we will be able to get better. And that is the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. I think that if we can try to apply that growth mindset to all aspects of our life will just be a lot happier and a lot more motivating, because we know that where we are right now might not be where we will be all the time, if that makes sense. Because it means that just because we're here right now doesn't mean that we will be stuck here forever, because we can grow and improve with more effort. And the final thing which has helped me become more confident is having a purpose in life. A couple of years ago, I read this book called Start With Why, and it is absolutely amazing. It's this book by Simon Sinek, and he talks about the reason why having a why or a purpose is important in life. And honestly, that book is so life-changing. So if you would like to check it out, I have a link in my description below. But following on from that book, I also read the sequel, which was Find Your Why, which is more of like a practical exercise that you can do to actually find your why or your purpose in life. And honestly, that was actually life-changing, because I realized that my why was to help people believe in themselves so they have the power to change their future and also help others. I realized by looking back on my life and going through those moments in my life that were real turning points, the thing that really struck me was being able to believe in myself and feeling that empowerment. So now with this YouTube channel, I'm trying to help do that for other people. I'm trying to give people hope so they can change their future and then also help others do the same. Having this why or this purpose that is much bigger than me just helps me deal with self-confidence issues and also negative people in my life. Because even if there are people trying to bring me down, I know deep down inside that I'm actually doing this for a real reason. And this reason is bigger than myself and my own ego and my own selfish needs. My intention is genuine. So any opinions that people have of me doesn't really matter, because I know that I have a strong purpose and I'm trying to fulfill that purpose, which is to help people believe in themselves. So if you haven't already found your why, or you're a bit confused about what your purpose is, I highly recommend checking out those books, because it honestly has changed my life, and I hope that it will change your life as well by realizing what your purpose in life is, and can really help you, I don't know, grow and excel and grow in your life and your career and make amazing friendships and relationships with people during the process. So those are some things which have helped me become more confident. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did like this video, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos about investing and personal finance. I'll see you in the next video. Bye! And if you'd like to see some more videos, I've got some links to some videos here, so make sure you click the links and click through to another video.